Captain Lee Taeho stood on the bridge of the human ship Indomitable. He looked out at the stars through the big window. His ship was flying through the Kepler 442 system. They were on a simple mission to look for new planets and minerals. The ship was not very big. It had only 20 crew members. Taeho was proud of his team. Chief Engineer Park Soo-jin was the smartest person he knew. She could fix anything that broke. Weapons Officer Kim Dong-woo was brave and strong. He kept them safe from pirates and dangerous space rocks. Navigator Choi Hee-rin could find her way through any star system. Medical Officer Yoon Jae-sung took care of everyone when they got sick or hurt. They had been flying for 3 weeks. The mission was going well. They found 2 new planets that might be good for human colonies. The crew was happy and ready to go home soon. "Captain," Hee-rin called from her station, "I am seeing something strange on the scanner." Taeho walked over to look at her screen. There was a big dot moving slowly near the asteroid belt. The dot was much bigger than their ship. "What do you think it is?" Taeho asked. "It looks like a ship, but it is not like any ship in our files. It is very big and moving very slowly." Soo-jin came over to look. She studied the readings on the screen. "The energy patterns are weird. I have never seen anything like this before." Dong-woo checked his weapons systems. "Should I get our guns ready, Captain?" Taeho thought for a moment. They were explorers, not fighters. "But space could be dangerous." "Yes, but do not aim at the ship yet. We do not want to start a fight." They flew closer to the strange ship. As they got near, they could see it better. The ship was huge. It was 3 times bigger than their ship. It was completely black and had sharp edges like a knife. No lights were showing anywhere on it. "It looks dead," Jae-sung said quietly. "Maybe the crew is sleeping or in trouble," Hee-rin suggested. Taeho picked up the radio. "Unknown ship, this is Captain Lee Taeho of the human exploration ship Indomitable. Do you need help? Please respond." They waited. No answer came. Soo-jin was studying her instruments. "Captain, I am picking up very weak power readings. The ship is not dead. Something is still working inside." Suddenly, the radio came to life. But it was not the black ship talking to them. It was another alien voice speaking in a language they could understand. "Human ship, you must leave now. That is the Devourer. Do not go near it. It brings only death." "Who is this?" Taeho asked into the radio. "We are traders from the Vega system. We have been hiding behind the big asteroid. That black ship destroyed 2 of our friends yesterday. It kills everything that comes close. You must run." Dong-woo looked worried. "Captain, maybe we should listen to them." But Taeho was curious. In all his years as an explorer, he had never seen a ship like this. "We will be careful, but we need to learn more. This could be important for Earth." They moved a little closer. The black ship was even more frightening up close. It had weapon ports along its sides. Strange symbols were carved into its hull. The metal looked like it could cut through space itself. "I am getting more power readings," Soo-jin reported. "Something is waking up inside that ship." Suddenly, lights began to turn on along the black ship. Red lights that looked like angry eyes. The ship began to turn toward them. "Captain," Dong-woo shouted. "It is pointing weapons at us." "Get us out of here," Taeho ordered, but it was too late. The black ship fired. Beams of red energy shot out and hit the Indomitable. The ship shook violently. Sparks flew from the control panels. Half the lights went out. "Engine room is hit," Soo-jin called out. "We are losing power." The black ship fired again. This time the blast hit the crew quarters. Taeho heard screaming over the radio from other parts of his ship. "Medical emergency on deck 3, someone called. Jae-sung ran to help the injured crew members. Taeho tried to keep the ship flying, but they were badly damaged. The alien traders were right. "This ship was a killer. Why is it attacking us?" Hee-rin asked as she tried to fix her navigation system. "I do not know," Taeho said. "But we need to survive first." Dong-woo returned fire. "Our weapons are too small, Captain." "They are not even scratching its hull." Soo-jin was working fast at her station. "I am trying to get the engines working again." "Give me 2 minutes." The black ship fired a 3rd time. The blast was so powerful that it threw everyone to the floor. More crew members were hurt. The ship's main computer started making warning sounds. Jae-sung came back to the bridge. His face was sad. "Captain, we lost 12 people. The others are badly hurt." Taeho felt sick. "Those were good people. They had families waiting for them on Earth." "Soo-jin, how are those engines?" "Working on it," she called back. Her hands were moving quickly over the controls. Sweat was running down her face. The black ship began moving closer. It was like a big shark swimming toward a small fish. Got it, Sujin shouted. Engines are back online. Get us away from here, Taeho ordered. The Indomitable flew away as fast as it could, but the black ship followed them. It was faster than they expected. It is gaining on us, Hirin said. Taeho thought quickly. Take us into the asteroid field. Maybe we can hide. They flew between the big space rocks. The black ship followed but had to slow down. The asteroids were dangerous even for a big ship. As they hid behind a large asteroid, Sujin made a discovery. She was studying the energy readings from the alien weapons. Captain, this is impossible, she said. What is it? The weapons that hit us. They are using quantum mechanics theory. But this is human science. How does an alien ship know our physics? Taeho stared at her. Are you sure? Yes, the energy patterns match our textbooks exactly. But these aliens should not know this. We only discovered quantum mechanics 50 years ago. The crew looked at each other in confusion. How could an alien ship use human science? It did not make sense. Outside their hiding place, the black ship was searching for them. Its red light swept across the asteroids like angry eyes looking for prey. Taeho realized something terrible. This was not their first meeting with humans. Somehow this alien ship had met humans before, and it had learned how to kill them. The question was, what happened to those other humans? And why did this ship want to destroy every human it found? As they hid in the shadows of the asteroids, Taeho knew their mission had changed. They were no longer explorers. They were survivors trying to stay alive long enough to warn Earth about the black, dangerous ship. Captain Lee Taeho stood on the bridge of the captured Keth ship. 2 weeks had passed since they sent the warning to Earth. The alien vessel was now under complete human control. Chief Engineer Park Soo-jin had learned to operate all the alien systems. Captain, Navigator Choi Hye-rin called from her station. I am detecting the Keth battle fleet. 50 ships just like Commander Veltar said. Taeho looked at the alien commander. Veltar was tied up but still alive. The alien's 4 eyes showed fear and anger. Your Empire's ships are here, Taeho told him. But things will not go as they expect. You cannot fight 50 warships with 1 stolen vessel, Veltar replied. My people will destroy you and then find your homeworld. But Taeho was not worried. Over the past 2 weeks, something amazing had happened. The message they sent to Earth had done more than just warn people about the coming attack. Soo-jin, show him the communications from Earth, Taeho ordered. Soo-jin activated the big screen. It showed messages from all over human space. Earth, Mars, the colony worlds, and even the mining stations in deep space. Captain, came a voice from Earth's military command. We received your message about the sleeping humans. When we tried to wake them up, something incredible happened. The screen showed images from Earth's cities. Millions of humans were changing. Their eyes were becoming brighter. They were moving differently. The ancient knowledge was awakening in all of them. Every human who heard the activation signal is changing, the voice continued. Our scientists, our soldiers, our engineers, they all remember things from 50,000 years ago. Soo-jin switched to another message. This one was from Mars Colony. We are building ships using the old designs, a woman's voice reported. The ancient humans had technology we never imagined. Our factories are working day and night. Another message came from the mining stations. We found weapons hidden in the asteroids. Ancient human weapons that still work. We are bringing them online now. Commander Veltar watched all this with growing horror. This is impossible. Your ancestors are dead. Their civilization was destroyed. Medical Officer Yoon Jae-sung smiled. Our ancestors are not dead. They just went to sleep. They hid their knowledge in our genes and waited for the right time to wake up. Weapons Officer Kim Dong-woo was working at the alien weapon controls. Over the past 2 weeks, he had learned to use them perfectly. Captain, the Keth fleet is getting closer. Should we attack them? Not yet, Taeho replied. Let them see what we have become first. The Keth battle fleet arrived in the system. 50 huge warships, each one bigger than the captured vessel. They formed a battle line and moved toward the asteroid field where the humans were waiting. The Keth fleet commander sent a message to Veltar's ship. He did not know that humans were now controlling it. Commander Veltar, report. Have you destroyed the human vessel? Taeho answered using Veltar's communication system, but he spoke in perfect Keth language with the voice of an ancient human warrior. This is Captain Lee Taeho of humanity. Commander Veltar is our prisoner. Your ship is now ours, and your empire's time is ending. Silence came from the Keth fleet. Then angry voices started talking at the same time. Impossible! Humans cannot speak our language. How did they capture a Keth warship? This must be a trick. The fleet commander's voice cut through the noise. Humans, surrender now and we will kill you quickly. Resist and we will make you suffer before we destroy your world. Tejo laughed. It was the laugh of someone who knew something his enemies did not. You think we are the same humans you met before. You are wrong. We are what our ancestors became after they learned to fight you properly. Your ancestors are dead, the Keth commander shouted. No, Tejo replied calmly. They were just waiting. Suddenly, space around the Keth fleet began to change. Ships appeared from nowhere. Human ships, but not like anything built in modern times. These were the vessels of the ancient civilization. Sleek, beautiful, and deadly. The Keth fleet panicked. These were the ships from their worst nightmares. Ships that had defeated them 50,000 years ago. How is this possible? The Keth commander demanded. Sujin answered him. Our ancestors hid their ships in places you never found. Deep space, other dimensions inside stars. They have been waiting for us to call them home. The ancient human fleet was huge. Hundreds of ships surrounded the 50 Keth vessels. But the humans did not attack immediately. Instead, Tejo sent another message. Keth Empire, you have a choice. Leave human space forever and never return. Or learn why your ancestors feared us. Some of the Keth ships tried to run. But the ancient human vessels were faster than anything the aliens had ever seen. In seconds, the human ships surrounded the entire Keth fleet. The Keth commander made a foolish decision. All ships, attack! Destroy the humans! The battle that followed was not really a battle. It was a lesson. The ancient human ships moved like dancers. They were everywhere and nowhere. The Keth weapons could not hit them. But the human weapons hit their targets perfectly every time. One by one, the Keth ships lost power. Their weapons stopped working. Their engines died. But the humans did not destroy them. They captured them all. In 30 minutes, the entire Keth battle fleet was defeated. Commander Veltar watched this with his 4 eyes wide open. You have become them, the monsters from our history. No, Tejo corrected him. We have become something better. Our ancestors made mistakes. They became too proud and destroyed themselves. We will not make the same errors. Hyarin was receiving new messages from the captured Keth ships. Captain, the alien crews are surrendering. They want to talk. Good. Open communications to all ships. Tejo's voice went out to every Keth vessel in the fleet. Soldiers of the Keth Empire, you came here to destroy humanity. Instead, you have learned that humanity cannot be destroyed. We are offering you a choice that your empire never offered others. Join us or leave. But the days of Keth conquest are over. Many Keth soldiers chose to surrender. They had seen what humans could do when fully awakened. They did not want to fight this war anymore. Others chose to leave. Tejo let them go with a message for their empire. Tell your leaders that humanity has returned to the stars. Tell them we remember everything. And tell them that if they attack any world under our protection, they will face the full power of awakened humanity. As the remaining Keth ships flew away, Jae-sung asked an important question. Captain, what do we do now? We have all this ancient knowledge and technology. Do we become conquerors like our ancestors? Tejo looked out at the stars. The ancient knowledge in his mind showed him many possible futures. Some were bright. Others were dark. No, he decided. We become something new. We use our ancestors' knowledge, but we make better choices. We protect instead of conquer. We teach instead of destroy, Sujin smiled. The ancient humans would be proud of us. Maybe, Tejo replied. But more importantly, our children will be proud of what we choose to become. The black ship that had come to destroy them was now the flagship of a new human fleet. But this fleet would not bring death to the galaxy. It would bring hope. Humanity had awakened, and the stars would never be the same. The black ship was slowly getting its power back. Captain Lee Tejo watched the alien vessel through the window. Red lights were flickering on and off across its hull. We have maybe 5 minutes before they can fight again, Chief Engineer Park Soo-jin reported. Then we board them now, Tejo decided. Weapons Officer Kim Dong-woo checked his equipment. Captain, there might be hundreds of aliens on that ship. We only have 8 people left, but Tejo felt confident. The ancient knowledge in his mind was telling him exactly what to do. The old humans did this all the time. Small groups boarding big enemy ships. We know how to do this. Medical Officer Yoon Jae-sung prepared special drugs for the boarding team. These will help you move faster and think clearer. The ancient humans always used them before boarding enemy ships. Navigator Choi Hee-rin was studying the alien ship's design. Somehow she understood how it was built. I know where their command center is, and I know the best way to get there. How is that possible? Soo-jin asked. The ancient humans fought the Keith for many years. They learned everything about Keth ships. That knowledge is in our genes now. The boarding team got ready. Taeho, Dongwoo, and Soo-jin would go to the alien ship. Hee-rin and Jae-sung would stay on the Indomitable to help them. They put on their spacesuits and took their weapons. The weapons looked small, but Soo-jin had modified them using ancient human technology. Now they could cut through alien armor easily. Remember, Taeho told his team, we want to capture their commander alive. We need information about the Keth Empire. They flew to the black ship in a small shuttle. As they got close, they could see the alien hull better. It was covered with strange symbols and weapon ports. There, Hee-rin said through the radio. You can enter through the docking bay on the lower deck. It should not be heavily guarded. The shuttle attached to the alien ship. Taeho opened the door and stepped inside. The alien ship was dark and quiet. Emergency lights gave everything a red glow. The air was different from human ships. It smelled strange and felt thick, but their spacesuits protected them. Which way? Dongwoo asked. Taeho looked around. The ancient knowledge in his mind showed him the way. Follow me. I know where to go. They walked through corridors that seemed familiar even though he had never been here before. The walls were made of dark metal with sharp edges. Everything looked dangerous. They met their first alien guard near a big door. The alien was tall and thin with gray skin. It had 4 arms and carried a weapon that was bigger than their whole bodies. But Dongwoo knew exactly how to fight it. He moved in a pattern that confused the alien. Before the guard could fire its weapon, Dongwoo's small gun cut through its armor. One down, he said quietly. They continued deeper into the ship. More guards tried to stop them, but the humans moved like they had trained for this their whole lives. The ancient combat knowledge made them almost unstoppable. Soo-jin was working on the alien computer systems as they moved. I am learning their language fast. The old humans knew how to decode Keth communications. What are they saying? Taeho asked. They are confused and scared. They cannot understand how humans are on their ship. They thought we were all dead. They reached the command center. Through a window they could see many aliens working at control stations. In the center was a tall alien with darker skin and more armor. This was obviously the commander. Commander Veltar, Soo-jin read from the alien computer. He is an important officer in the Keth military. Taeho studied the command center. There were 20 aliens inside, but most of them were not soldiers. They were ship operators and technicians. We go in fast, he decided. Capture the commander first. The others will surrender if we control him. They burst through the door. The aliens were surprised and scared. They had never seen humans fight like this before. Dongwoo moved so quickly that the alien guards could not aim at him. His weapon disabled their equipment before they could shoot. Taeho ran straight to Commander Veltar. The alien commander was bigger than a human and had natural armor on his skin. But Taeho fought like an ancient warrior. He grabbed the alien and held a weapon to his neck. Tell your crew to stop fighting, Taeho ordered in the Keth language. Somehow he could speak it now. Commander Veltar stared at him with 4 yellow eyes. You speak our language. How is this possible? Your people knew our ancestors. Now answer my question. The alien commander looked around the room. His crew was frightened. The humans had taken control of his ship in just a few minutes. Stop fighting, Veltar told his crew in their language. Put down your weapons. The alien crew obeyed. They were too scared to argue. Soo-jin was already working at the main computer. Captain, I am finding their communication records. They have been sending messages to the Keth Empire. What kind of messages? Reports about finding humans. And requests for more ships. Taeho felt cold. How many ships are coming? Soo-jin studied the data. According to this, a whole Keth battle fleet is on the way. 50 ships, maybe more. When will they arrive? 2 weeks, maybe less. Commander Veltar laughed, but it was not a happy sound. You cannot stop them, humans. The Empire knows you have returned. They will destroy all your worlds. We will see about that, Taeho replied. He looked at the alien commander more carefully. This creature was afraid of humans. Not just afraid of their weapons or their fighting skills. He was afraid of what humans represented. Your people remember our ancestors, Taeho said. Tell me what happened in the old war. Veltar's eyes became darker. Your ancestors were monsters. They destroyed everything they touched. They turned our own weapons against us. They made our allies betray us. But something stopped them. Yes, they destroyed themselves. Their own technology turned against them. Their empire collapsed in a single day. Su Jin was listening while she worked on the computer. Captain, I'm finding more information about the ancient humans. They had technology that we cannot even imagine. What kind of technology? Ships that could appear anywhere in the galaxy instantly. Weapons that could destroy whole star systems. And something else. Something the aliens call the final protocol. Commander Veltar heard this and became even more frightened. You do not understand what you are awakening. The final protocol destroyed your ancestors. It will destroy you too. But Taeho was not worried. The ancient knowledge in his mind was showing him things that the alien commander did not know. The final protocol was not a weapon, he realized. It was a choice. Our ancestors chose to sacrifice themselves to save the galaxy from something worse. What could be worse than your ancestors? Veltar asked. Taeho looked at the alien commander and smiled. You are about to find out. Because we are not going to make the same mistake they did. He turned to Su Jin. Send a message to Earth. Tell them to activate all sleeping humans. Tell them the Keth Empire is coming. And tell them that humanity is going to war. The black ship was now under human control. But this was just the beginning of a much larger conflict. The Indomitable floated quietly behind the big asteroid. Captain Lee Taeho watched the red lights of the black ship moving through the asteroid field. It was looking for them like a hunter searching for prey. How long can we hide here? Whispered Kim Dongwoo. Not long, replied Chief Engineer Park Soo-jin. Our engines are badly damaged. We need at least 6 hours to fix them properly. Medical Officer Yoon Jae-sung was taking care of the wounded crew members. 8 people were still alive, but 3 were badly hurt. He worked quietly so the alien ship would not hear them. Navigator Choi Hye-rin was trying to understand the alien ship better. She was listening to radio signals from other ships in the area. Most aliens were running away as fast as they could. Captain, she said softly, I am hearing something interesting. The alien traders are talking about that black ship. They call it something in their language. Let me translate. She worked on her computer for a few minutes. Then she looked up with worry in her eyes. They call it the Devourer, but they also use another name. They call it Keth Death Ship. Keth? Taeho asked. Who are the Keth? I am searching our files now. Hye-rin typed quickly on her keyboard. Here it is. The Keth are a very old alien race. They have a big empire with many planets. They are known for being very good at war. Su-jin stopped working on the engines for a moment. If they are so good at fighting, why do they want to kill us? We are just explorers. Maybe they kill everyone they meet, Dongwoo suggested. But Hye-rin was reading more files. Her face became pale. Captain, this is strange. According to these files, the Keth usually try to talk first. They only fight if others attack them first. But this ship attacked us immediately. Taeho thought about this. So why are we different? Why did they want to kill us right away? The black ship was getting closer to their hiding place. Its red lights were bright enough to see through the space between asteroids. Hye-rin was working on something else now. She was trying to break into the alien ship's computer system. It was very difficult and dangerous. If the aliens found out, they would know exactly where the humans were hiding. I am getting some information, she whispered, but it is in the Keth language. I need time to translate it. How much time? Taeho asked. Maybe 2 hours. Su-jin wiped sweat from her face. I can give you 2 hours. But after that, we need to move whether the engines are fixed or not. While Hye-rin worked on translation, the others tried to stay quiet. Jae-sung was giving medicine to the hurt crew members. Dongwoo was checking their weapons. They were very small compared to the alien ship's guns. Su-jin was doing something strange with the engine computers. She was studying the energy readings from the alien weapons again. Captain, she said very quietly, I found something important. The alien weapons are not just using human science. They are using very advanced human science. This is physics that we are just beginning to understand. What do you mean? The quantum field manipulation they used in their weapons. Our best scientists on Earth are still trying to figure out how to do this. But somehow these aliens already know how. Taeho felt cold. Are you saying they learned this from other humans? It is the only explanation that makes sense. After 2 hours, Hye-rin finally finished translating some of the alien files. What she found made everyone afraid. Captain, you need to hear this. The Keth have records about humans, very old records. She showed them what she had translated on her screen. According to their files, the Keth met humans before, a long, long time ago, maybe 50,000 years ago. That is impossible, Jae-sung said. Humans were still living in caves 50,000 years ago. No, Hyrin said sadly. These records talk about humans with big ships and advanced technology. Humans who could travel between stars just like we do now. The crew stared at her in shock. There were humans in space 50,000 years ago? Dongwoo asked. Yes, and according to these records, the Keth fought a big war with them. The humans were winning. Soo-jin stopped working on the engines. Winning? Against the Keth Empire? The records say the humans had better technology and better tactics. The Keth were losing many battles. They were afraid the humans would destroy their empire. So what happened? Tae-ho asked. The records are not clear. Something went wrong with the human civilization. They disappeared very quickly. The Keth never found out why. Jae-sung was thinking hard. If there were advanced humans 50,000 years ago, what happened to them? And why do we not remember them? Hyrin found more information. Captain, there is something else. The Keth have been looking for human survivors ever since. They believe some humans escaped and hid somewhere. They think we are the survivors, Tae-ho realized. Yes, and they are afraid of us. The records say the ancient humans were the only enemy that ever defeated the Keth in battle. Soo-jin was looking at her medical scanner now. She was studying her own blood and the blood of other crew members. I am finding something very strange in our DNA, she said. What kind of strange? Jae-sung asked. There are parts of our genetic code that are turned off, like switches that are not working. I have never seen anything like this before. Could these be memories from the ancient humans? Hyrin wondered. Maybe. If the ancient humans were our ancestors, some of their knowledge might still be in our genes. The black ship was very close now. Its lights were sweeping across their asteroid. Soon it would find them. Engines are almost ready, Soo-jin reported. But Captain, I want to try something first. What? I want to try to turn on some of those genetic switches. Maybe we can remember something that will help us. Is it safe? Jae-sung asked. I do not know. But staying here is not safe either. Tae-ho made a difficult decision. Do it, but be careful. Soo-jin worked quickly with her medical equipment. She took blood from each crew member and put it through a special process. The machine made soft humming sounds. Suddenly, the black ship's lights found their asteroid. The alien ship began moving toward them. They found us, Dongwoo shouted. Engines are ready, Soo-jin called out. Wait, Jae-sung said. He was looking at the medical scanner. Something is happening to our blood. The genetic switches are turning on. Move now, Tae-ho ordered. The Indomitable flew out from behind the asteroid just as the black ship fired its weapons. The energy beams missed them by only a few meters, but something was different now. As they flew away, Tae-ho felt strange. His mind was filled with new thoughts and memories that were not his own. He knew things about space combat that he had never learned. The other crew members were feeling it too. Knowledge from the ancient humans was waking up in their minds. The hunt was not over, but now the hunters might become the hunted. The Indomitable raced through space as the black ship chased them. Captain Lee Tae-ho felt his mind changing. New thoughts were appearing that were not his own. He knew things about flying and fighting that he had never learned. Captain, Navigator Choi Hyrin called out. I know where to go. I can see the safe path through the asteroid field. Tae-ho looked at her with surprise. How do you know? You have never been here before. I cannot explain it, but I know this place. The knowledge is in my head now. Chief Engineer Park Soo-jin was working at her station. Her hands moved quickly over controls she had never seen before, but somehow she knew exactly what to do. The genetic switches are working, she said. I am remembering things from our ancestors. They knew how to make ships much more powerful. Medical Officer Yoon Jae-sung was helping the wounded crew members, but he was also studying the changes in everyone's blood. Our brain activity is increasing, he reported. Parts of our minds that were sleeping are now awake. Weapons Officer Kim Dong-woo was staring at his control panel. Captain, I understand the alien weapon systems now. I know how they work, and I know how to fight them. The black ship fired at them again, but this time Tae-ho knew what to do. He moved the ship in a pattern that made the alien weapons miss. It was like he had done this many times before. How did you do that? Hirin asked. I do not know, but it felt natural, like I have been in space battles before. Sujin was making changes to their ship's engines. She was using knowledge that came from the ancient humans. Captain, I can make our engines much stronger. But it will be dangerous, and do it, Taeho said. He trusted her completely. Sujin worked for 10 minutes while the black ship kept chasing them. She connected wires in new ways and changed the computer programs. The engine room began to make different sounds. Ready, she announced. Suddenly, the Indomitable became much faster. They were moving so quickly that the stars looked like lines of light. The black ship was surprised and fell behind, but the Keth ship was also changing. It was getting faster too. They are adapting to us, Dongwu observed, just like they did with our ancestors. Jae-sung was looking at more genetic information on his scanner. Captain, I am finding something important. The ancient humans did not just fight the Keth. They were winning because they could learn and change faster than any other species. What do you mean? Humans can adapt. We can change our tactics and technology very quickly. The Keth are good at war, but they do not change fast. They use the same methods for thousands of years. Taeho felt more ancient memories coming into his mind. He saw images of great space battles. Humans in ships that looked like nothing he had ever seen. They were fighting against many different alien species and winning. The Keth were not our only enemy, he said suddenly. Our ancestors fought against many empires, and they defeated all of them. Sujin was studying the energy readings from the black ship. Captain, I think I know how to hurt them. The ancient humans found a weakness in Keth ships. What weakness? Their power systems are very advanced but also very complex. If we can overload them, their whole ship will shut down. How do we do that? We need to get close enough to scan their ship completely. Then I can find the right frequency to disrupt their power. Dongwu laughed, but it was not a happy laugh. Get close to that ship? It will destroy us. But Taeho was feeling different now. The fear was leaving him. Ancient warrior instincts were taking over. No, he said calmly. We are going to destroy it. Hirin plotted a course that would take them back toward the black ship. Captain, are you sure about this? Yes, our ancestors did not run from fights. They ended them. The crew prepared for battle. But they were not the same people who had started this mission. The ancient human knowledge was making them stronger and smarter. Sujin finished modifying their weapons. They were still small compared to the alien ship's guns, but now they could do much more damage. Dongwu was learning how to use targeting systems he had never seen before. I can hit their weak spots now. I know exactly where to aim. Jae-sung was preparing medical supplies, but he was also doing something else. He was making drugs that would help the crew think faster and react quicker during battle. These will help our brains work better, he explained. The ancient humans used them during combat. The Indomitable turned around and flew straight at the black ship. The Keth commander was surprised. Human ships always ran away. They never attacked. The black ship fired its weapons. But Taeho moved their ship in ways that seemed impossible. He was using flying techniques from 50,000 years ago. They got closer to the alien ship. Sujin was scanning it with every sensor they had. I found it, she shouted. The power core has a weak spot. If we hit it with the right energy frequency, their whole ship will lose power. How close do we need to be? Taeho asked. Very close. Maybe 50 meters. 50 meters was almost touching distance for spaceships. The alien weapons would easily destroy them at that range. But Dongwu was confident now. I can protect us. I know how to use our shields better. They flew closer to the black ship. The alien weapons fired at them many times, but Dongwu was able to stop most of the attacks with their improved shields. When they were close enough, Sujin fired a special energy beam at the alien ship's power core. The beam was designed using ancient human science. The black ship suddenly stopped moving. All its lights went out. Its weapons stopped firing. We did it! Hirin cheered, but Taeho was still worried. This is too easy. The Keth do not give up so quickly. He was right. Inside the black ship, emergency power was starting. The alien crew was working to fix their main power system. They will be back online in a few minutes, Sujin warned. Dongwu checked their weapons. Captain, we have enough firepower to destroy them while they are helpless. Taeho thought about this. They could kill all the aliens on that ship. It would be easy now. But then he realized something important. If they destroyed this ship, the Keth Empire would send more ships to find out what happened. Earth would be in danger. No, he decided. We are not going to destroy them. We are going to capture them. The crew looked at him with surprise. Capture a ship that big? Jae-sung asked. Yes, we need to learn everything they know about us, and we need to find out how many more ships are coming. The ancient human knowledge in his mind was telling him this was the right choice. Sometimes the best way to win a war was not to kill your enemies but to make them afraid of you. The black ship was starting to move again. But now the humans were ready for whatever came next.